Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. Good to see all of you again today. So we're looking at these two green machines. They're both Craftsman. I had done several videos on this boat anchor. You guys agreed it was a double turd. I spent quite a bit of time on it. It's got pinholes in the deck. I put some hunter green Rust-Oleum, brushed that on after I OSFO'd it to prevent any more rust through. So this is done. Then I happened to find this fine beauty in my to-do pile. So I figured I would keep the trend going. So we had done a video on this one. I cleaned the carb and it wouldn't start. But before we discuss that, here's the model number, the engine number, serial number of the model. This is the engine number and that's the date code. It's a 98. The first one there's a 99. So we went back 1 year. So clean the carb. The carb was very flaky with a lot of white residue. I kind of used a pick to try to clean this thing out, carb cleaner. So you saw in the last video this would start and then stall. So I ended up putting an aftermarket carb on. These are relatively cheap, 10 to 12 bucks. 15 if you end up getting the fuel line air filter. You can get like a little kit for more money. I just go with the carb, single carb, and I use my own hose and air filters. But for you, Harvey, the homeowners, a kit may be beneficial to you. Changed out the air filter and we had looked at the underside of this thing. The blade was bent up here, totally worn out. There's nothing left of this blade. So I put another single blade, single hole blade on it. I had bought like 19 blades from Lowe's. They were getting rid of these single Craftsman style blades. I got a bunch of 21 and 22 inch blades from Lowe's. So we're back at this thing today. I was working on a few other projects and then I came back to this one. We may need a safety brake cable. It's still kind of dragging. I tried to lubricate it overnight. It's still kind of sticky, so I may have to spend money on a safety brake cable, which is no big deal, and then the aftermarket carb. So I'm really not into this 98 for a terrible amount of money. So ironically, I was in my scrap yard today looking around and I stumbled upon another green mulcher, crafty, same thing. It actually is in better condition than these two. The deck is shiny. There is one small rust spot on that side of the deck. It is an electric start, so it has all the wiring. The battery is missing. The battery they keep behind the trap door back there. The wiring still is hooked up, and it has an external throttle cable which comes down the side of the carb and attaches here, so you can choke it manually and control your idle. So that's different from these two. These two are both priming units with no throttle external cable. So that one's a 917-377-171 engine code, and it's a 2001 model year. So we skipped the year 2000. We got 98, 99, and a 2001. So it appears they ran these similar production lines here for a few years. They're all green, quantum style Briggs engines. This high tunnel mulcher style. So what do you say we start this fine beauty up, and then we're gonna do a little test run here in my front yard. See if this thing kicks up less or more sand than the 99 did. So I got to tighten up the handle a little bit, and a few of you suggested I should paint the handle of the green machine with some black paint, and I will do that. I osphoed it and didn't do anything with it, so I'll try cleaning that up. So let me set you up over here. We'll do a little testy test and see how it goes. I'll remove the turds so I don't chop them up. Looks like I got to prime it again. I got to help the safety brake cable a little bit. It's just a little sticky. So there you have it. This was a lot less work than the 99. This thing went rather quickly. The only flaw was the carburetor didn't clean up, so I had to remove that and put the aftermarket one on. This 98 wasn't a terribly long and tedious project. So eventually I'll drag that 2001 out. I'll have enough experience with these other two green machines. So this is the info on the 99 again. So we had success with this thing. I may try to do something with this faded paint, but I think it's beyond trying to rectify. It's just too sun faded. I'm going to take a little used motor oil from another oil change and just dab it on here, see if it shines it up. I know Lawrence Carroll mentioned transmission fluid ATF. would do the same thing. Not bad. You can still see the dullness here in the paint. A little bit better. Gives it a shine. It'll help when I take pictures of it. People see the shine from the picture and think it's a fine beauty, but in actuality, it's just a boat anchor. There's one little spot here I'm going to try to get out right here. I keep blocking the sun. I know I got enough motor oil to shine 1,000 of these turds, but I bring it to the county recycling. They take old batteries, old TVs, motor oil, antifreeze, car oil filters. So I get enough together in old 5-quart oil jugs and make a trip and dump it all. They take old paint, old chemicals. Oh, that helped a little bit, so that's what I'll do. I'll continue on. I had to grease this thing last night, and as you recall, it was full of leaves, oak leaves, so kind of cleaned it up. I think that side of the deck had a lot of oil on it from me messing with it. Look, it's not a turd anymore. It's just when you come to the rust, what are you going to do? I don't feel like I want to break out that can of Hunter Green Rust-Oleum and mess with this thing. This is going to be another $100 machine like the 99 model year. This 98 isn't going to win any prizes, and it's not going to send me on a 7-day cruise to the Caribbean. Okay, that kind of did a little bit. It'll help in the picture taking, but when Harvey and Helen show up, they see it's a piece of junk because it's not as shiny in person as it was in the pictures. Okay, you get the big picture. I'll do the handle on this one too. Shaker can black. Okay, that's all I got for you. I'm going to start something else. Start another project. This one's ready and I'll tag it complete. Put my $100 price tag on it. Maybe somebody will trade me a newer unit, which I can rectify. Something like this Craftsman 450E. Super easy to work on. So I always look forward to trades, something I can turn around and resell rather quickly. That's all I got for you. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. And as always, please like and subscribe. Come back and see me. I'll show you more double turds. I'm sure I'll run across more double turds. I always get turds here at Tommy Time. Tommy Time is known for turds. Talk to you soon. Thanks.